What's going on, guys? Looks back, and today we got a brand new video with the biggest crypto YouTuber suing a commentary channel YouTuber because he said some mean words. So we have Bitboy Crypto versus Atozy in a lawsuit battle over a video Atozy made about Bitboy being a scammer, and Bitboy didn't like that. But there are a lot of things going on in this lawsuit that don't really make any sense, where Bitboy contradicts himself from his lawsuit to what he actually does on his channel. And that can be seen in the lawsuit itself here for the first nature of action, talking about all of this. But right here says plaintiff's business model relies on his reputation and his status as an influencer, a well-known online personality who influences others' decisions, such as to buy or sell cryptocurrency as investment. Sounds a lot like someone who might be giving advice and telling you what you should buy and what you should sell, what you should stay away from, and how you should invest your money. And a lot of people on financial YouTube, who are financial YouTubers, on financial Twitter, these like financial sections of the internet, all of them, including myself, would put in that nothing is financial advice. We are all morons who are talking on the internet and just saying what we think. No one is smart enough to tell you how to put in your money other than you. So you need to know that everybody doesn't want to give financial advice, not only because nobody is smart enough to actually give you advice, but on top of that, it's a heavily regulated situation where financial advice, you need to be licensed, you need to actually be able to do it. You can't just be anybody on the internet and say you're giving financial advice. We can see this in Bitboy's YouTube himself. If we go to his YouTube channel, click his most recent video here, and just go into the description. We can see all of his affiliate links, everything going on here. And look at the very bottom here where it says, all of our videos are strictly personal opinions. Please make sure to do your own research. Never take one person's opinion for financial guidance. There are multiple strategies, and not all strategies fit all people. Our videos are not financial advice. So which one is it really? Are you giving financial advice and your online reputation depends on people taking you seriously and knowing that you're a source of information to give advice from? Or are you not giving advice and you're just making videos talking about stuff that you like the vast majority of everybody else on any other platform? It's a big contradiction, because this is the whole premise of the lawsuit. Is Atozy wrecked his reputation so bad that people aren't willing to listen to his advice anymore. And in the lawsuit, you can't have it saying your number one point, your first point is how you you influence others' decisions to buy or sell certain cryptocurrencies as investments. And the word investments and investing occurs a lot throughout this entire document, which you'd seem like you'd want to stay away from that. You don't want to implicate yourself as a financial advisor if you don't have a license to be a financial advisor. And one of the big things that was, I guess, disliked from Bitboy was the words that Atozy used, which is something when you make videos or talk about people, except for really, public figures, because public figures, getting to defamation of a public figure is very difficult thing to do. It's very hard to prove that and actually have that stick. But you can see here, Atozy, this is CoffeeZilla talking about it. He did a video on this, a short kind of video, and he's on the case, so we got him there. He says one of the largest crypto YouTubers is suing a guy who called him a dirtbag and said he shouldn't be listened to for financial advice. That's the funny thing. His Bitboy says this is not financial advice, but the lawsuit says it's his actual business that we just talked about and just looked at. All of his videos have that same, this is not financial advice, our own opinions, and kind of going down that hole. And he didn't like that. I guess he called him a dirtbag and put scammer, I guess, in the title of his video and stuff. But when you're doing videos talking about people, you just don't give them all this ammunition. So you don't use the aggressive language and calling them out and, calling them names, because then that gives people, legal bullets to kind of go after you, or at least try to go after you. And then you get into a costly law battle. But you can see I think CoffeeZilla even looks here The Atozy video directly attacks Armstrong's livelihood, stating that when it comes to cryptocurrency advice, Armstrong is not someone you should look up to for any advice whatsoever. And then, how is this man a reputable source for crypto investment advice? Another quote from the video. And then you see trusted with financial advice because you don't know whether he's trying to enrich you or himself. Another quote. So they really stuck to kind of this financial advice point where it doesn't really make sense because you yourself, that would be like any financial YouTuber, anyone on YouTube who talks about finance always has it's not financial advice in their description, in maybe even say in their video. They put it in their tweets, they talk about stuff because it truly isn't financial advice. It's just people talking about what they think and how they view markets and everything going on. But if those people who said everything's not financial advice went around suing people because they say they're giving advice, it just doesn't make any sense. And you can see here from the lawsuit to this line right here, Bitboy Crypto, who engages in the business of providing advice and commentary on cryptocurrency investments, providing advice. I don't know why you would put that in there. It's just not something you can fight. You can't fight this. You can't say you're providing advice and go in all videos saying you're not providing advice and not be licensed to provide the advice. So you put yourself in a very, very bad hole here. And this whole kind of lawsuit just crumbles in on itself. But this story does have at least a better ending where the lawsuit was dropped by Bitboy, or at least he says it's dropped in his video here. He said it on his, I guess, his live stream that he does. And you see during his live stream, Bitboy stated that he will be dropping lawsuit against Atozy.
Okay. Where we're at is, at this point, it has become public. It's become an absolute debacle. We know Kobe gave him $100,000. So, hopefully that money will go to good use. But yeah, so we are going to drop the lawsuit 100%. And I'm sorry this became public.
Now, the only weird thing with this going on is he really only talks about it going public. Says, I'm sorry for it going public, and this lawsuit has become public. It seems like that's why anything really happened, is because there was such outrage that one YouTuber is suing another YouTuber over a video. I think that's always going to be something where it gets attention and people don't like it because it just doesn't make any sense. And it seems like he is only dropping this because it went public and became public, not because he feels like he was in the wrong or trying to do something to better himself. So it just seems like the wrong kind of way to go about this. Just say, sorry it became public, instead of sorry that I did this lawsuit because I shouldn't have, or this or that. So it's more just worrying about the image. You can see from Atozy, he talks about it. From what I've heard, Bitboy will be pulling a lawsuit. Blown away from the support, in less than 24 hours, he raised roughly $200,000 to fight the lawsuit. He posted a video talking about it and posted like GoFundMe and crypto links. So he got $200,000 to fight this lawsuit, which in less than a day, pretty impressive, and shows that people were really on his side, just because doing this lawsuit stuff is just so dumb in YouTube. When one YouTuber is fighting another YouTuber and making videos and causing drama is one thing. But when you try and go legal with it, it's just cringe and nobody wants to really see it. And no one thinks that that's the path that you should really take for YouTube videos. And you can see he's just waiting for confirmation that it's officially pulled. Like you can see here, his lawyer says that the case isn't over until it's dismissed. And his words stood on Tiger. As soon as Bitboy proves he's dismissed the case, I'll get started with the refund process. Thanks again, everyone. So that $200,000 is going to get refunded. He has somebody, Kobe, I think he goes by on Twitter. He's helping with the gas fees. He donated $100,000 in, I think, Ethereum, and he's helping cover the gas fees for the return process and getting people their money back. So hopefully we see this all kind of get into a better state and we don't see this happen again and again and again. We've had lawsuits on YouTube that are just kind of not making any sense, especially when it's YouTuber versus YouTuber. It's probably better to just handle it on YouTube. You get more views, you make more money, and then you bring more attention to your own channel. So that probably would have been a better way to handle this instead of going down a legal route, which everyone just sees you as, kind of admitting guilt there and just trying to silence people so that you can try and maintain a reputation instead of actually maintaining your reputation. And just for fun, we can look at this returns for Bitboy Crypto's recommendations that he's made on his channel, and he's it's not very good. And this is old. This is from January, so the very beginning of this year. So it could be worse than this, could be better, but I mean, this is not a great track record. Bitboy does say that he's kind of changed his ways, and he is no longer doing this sponsored type stuff where you could pay him to basically shill your cryptocurrency and give it more exposure and stuff, which is a good thing and a good start. And if he would have just recognized that and said, I changed what I'm doing, I don't like what was happening in the past. I don't like doing that type of stuff anymore, so I'm moving on. I think he probably would have gotten a much better kind of move towards him, and reputational wise would have been much better off. But instead of doing this lawsuit approach. But that's gonna do it for this video, guys. As always, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I'll see you guys in my next